Here we are, punters, back for part two with the punters punter.
Punters punter. Cheers for that.
Deco, I did notice yesterday, I was doing some sectionals for a meeting at Casterton. I'm sure it was Casterton, where there was, yeah, it was a Casterton meeting where there were 4 jumps races on the card and 4 flat races. And the fastest last 200 of that meeting was Hornets Nest.
Hornets Nest.
In a jumps race.
Yeah, I think. Oh, we weren't down here then, but we had a famous day. It was Poisson's Saloon went round at $1.20 after at Warrnambool one day, just because Weary had just, I'm going to give this a run somewhere in the calendar, and it got beat. This is 5 years ago by a horse called Hornets Nest.
Wow.
Yeah, beat it. Couldn't run it down. And this horse has been really lightly raced, only 20-something starts. He's a 7-year-old or something, 8-year-old. But and I see you got the chocolates yesterday was it the Thackeray he won yesterday?
Yeah, well,
Kevin Lafferty, whatever it was.
I think that was so much as Tri-4. Tri-4 was very popular, went around odds on, I think. And I thought, I don't bet in these jumps races, but Hornets Nest is easy to back in.
It's easy, yeah, very. So
Doesn't say a lot for the.
There wasn't much chopping the rest of that Casterton program, but there was no maiden on the program, so I sort of brassed it. But yes, doesn't say much for the rest, but that's still a good effort for a jumper to have. Yeah, it's up. Yeah, it doesn't matter where you are. What sort of race?
The last 200, 11.88, I think. It's not a bad effort, but when you've run 2 miles.
That's right. It's not as though he was walking and sprinting home. He's not had some strength.
So what it anyway, which probably run out of juice now, but I think it's worth just saying, it was the 7th subsequent winner out of the Casterton Cup, and there was 2 yesterday at Waterloo. One was
Robbie Starr. So Robbie, I tuned. I got to. This is about a week later after Falago won, after the thing, something else won. I was like, I've got to tune into this Casterton Cup. Potts just completely nailed this. What's the next one was in? It was called, and Robbie Starr was in it, Swan Hill, in the Think Big, I think it was, in the 2100. So, oh, beautiful. Price 20s, oh, beautiful, here's a chance. So never got out. Out the back and never got out. Flashed home, 5th. All right, black book it. When's it in again? It was in again the other day, 2400, 2400. Oh, what, 30s? Oh, back it again. Okay. We got beaten 10 lengths. I saw the kids yesterday on a day off, sitting at 8 or 8 o'clock last night looking through the results. Robbie Starr, wet track, back to 2000, Warrnambool, home it went 10-1 on your Pots.
Yeah, well, I didn't get involved in that race, but after it won, I thought, of course you did.
Yeah.
It's back to a wet track.
Back to a wet track.
Just
looking through its form, it was just such a good wet tracker. Champion wet tracker, home track.
But when you can find those races every now and again that, do give those horses a really good fitness boost, and you get back 7 subsequent winners in the month following, happy days.
It was a good race to you, wasn't it? Because especially with Falago and Shakopee, it really put you into gear. But there was one, I don't know those horses. I saw it ran 6 lengths above standard or something, and so I said, oh, is it real or something? I don't know, but I don't back open class horses. But you were there to say, no, I know this is a real.
Well, I wasn't sure when I first reviewed. I wasn't sure, but then as soon as they started running it, Cougar Express was the first one, and then it all started to add up. And there's something happened in this race that's unusual.
I was talking to that with Justin the other day. So we rate the races, and then if you're just unsure, you wait for 1 or 2 to run, and the first one comes out, and either they back it or it runs well. And you say, okay, I might have to, this rating's right, or I might have to add a bit more on, or that horse went horrible, and that's 2 horses got horrible out of that race. No margins. I'll go back and change that rating a little bit, So because you want to rate the races up that you want to back horses out of, of course, But I just like seeing 1 or 2 run is
Well, I'll give a perfect example of that, DK, and you can tell you might remember some of the horses better than I do. But when I first looked at the Geelong race, that Andaz won. It was a 2-year-old race. It was a bit of a bunch finish.
It was.
But the time was really good, and I thought, I don't know what to make of this race, but if I just take it on face value, there'll be winners come out of this race.
Yeah.
And the first horse that ran out of it won at Pakenham. I can't remember who it was. I can't remember. Yeah, I think it might have been one of Robert Smurden's that never got an opportunity in the Geelong race.
Perugia.
Where?
Perugia went to Pakenham and ran well. But
it was beyond whoever beat Perugia at.
Oh no, it was under oath or something.
That's it. Under oath. Yeah. But then a couple ran poorly out of it. Phil Dancer, I think, was one of them that ran really badly. But the ones that ran badly ran really badly. So that means, to me, something's gone wrong with them. And the testing race at Geelong busted them. So, and then eventually Andes comes to town and goes around at a really good price and dead heat. So
Wild Heart went to Sydney and won.
Yep.
Which is the thing that ran second and come after it. The Hawks horse went to Sydney and won. And I had a good number on that. I could penalise that as a bunch finish, but still had as a strong race wanting to back horses going forward out of it, you know. But so no, it's just a whole picture. I mean, I do. That's the beauty of what I do because I specialise. So I can spend to do that Geelong meeting. It takes me probably 2 hours, probably 45 minutes. If it's a 10 horse field and it's some nice horses, 2-year-olds, it'll take me 45 minutes to an hour to do that race.
Yeah.
By the time I rate it, video comment every horse, or every horse with him got beaten 6 or 7 lengths, and then go back and say, okay, now I've video commented them, I'll just reassess that number I've given them all, and then come up with the answer and things like that. So that's the beauty about being a specialist. You know?
Absolutely.
Get a better handle on them. So that, and then you can put the time and effort in. So no, and then you just know you get a feeling in the gut, this is a race I want to back horses going forward out of.
Yep.
You know.
And I think that's it's a huge start in the game. If you can identify those races that present something different on a meeting, and then you can slowly build up your evidence.
Yeah.
You'll find winners out of those kind of races.
Yeah.
So.
There's plenty of them at the moment. There's some nice horses. I don't know if you saw a thing called Danny O'Brien's relation to Clemapus or something. Tahi.
Oh yeah, we're nice, isn't it?
Oh. So it's gone really well, and then you break it's shit in. What about the rest of them? And then you say, "Jeez, okay, they've all run well. Okay, now this is a real race, you know, and it's a potentially a group horse.
Yeah.
So, you could just, rather than just doing it quickly, you get the feeling in your stomach. This is a install, but on instincts, but then the numbers to back it up.
Absolutely. So, what have you spotted recently, DK? Is there any that have jumped out at the page?
Yeah, well, just when you read me up before, there's one that jumped right off the page, which you don't see many win like it did it in the bush. Is a thing called Bandy Purr, which is a Godolphin 2-year-old.
Yeah.
He resumed in his second prep, went to Maui, and he parked himself outside the leader, I think, which is, so it's a Godolphin horse. It's there, it's up and going, and Maui's only a 250 metre straight, maybe shorter. So he sort of sat outside the leader of the turn, was a length in front of the 200 and won by 8. And it was first use of a wet track and everything, but then there's 2 races after him, which he's just beat one by 1 second. He beat the next race by 2 seconds. So another punter asked me, what do you do with that horse? I said, I've got a massive figure for it. I can't knock it. I can't. It's just as impressive as maiden winner as I would see.
Yeah.
With the last 200 being his strongest and not killed late, which means he's just... So keep an eye out for him.
And the stable will know what to do with it.
Well, he's not rare. He's like Weir. The Godolphin train like Weir, Best runs 3rd and 4th up. That's what they aim for.
Yeah.
So, that was the biggest numbers you'd see made in the bush for a while.
Interesting though, new camp in town there, DK.
Jay Cummings?
Yeah.
Well, you Sydney guys would probably again have a better understanding of him, even though we see his horses down here for carnivals and things, but I'd assume they train along the same lines as patiently like O'Shea and things like that. He might be a bit more talent than O'Shea maybe, but yeah. So you're expecting some improvement?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I think they'll hold their form better.
Hold their form, right, yep.
So, yeah, that's I think what the difference I'm expecting is they'll be able to get deeper into their preps and hold their form for longer. Yep. Just generally speaking.
Yeah.
It's always horse by horse basis, but good things ahead for that camp, I think.
How interesting, it's always been the poor cousin down here, the Melbourne stable, isn't it? I mean, it's just been, they send down the C and D graders, staying sort of type of 2 and 3-year-olds, and they haven't got much chop, but to see a horse like that down here, and it'll be interesting to see how James handles the Melbourne operation,